open our program in prayer, I want to introduce Student Minister Brother Iman Muhammad out of Mosque number 34. Thank you, Brother Iman.
Thank you, Sister Audrey. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Beautiful video as well. Brothers and sisters, wherever you may be, please prepare yourself for prayer as we begin this evening's program. Prayer. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, Master of this day of judgment in which we now live. Thee alone do we worship. Thine aid do we beseech for help. O Allah, guide us along the straight path, the path upon whom thou hast bestowed favors, and not the path upon whom thy wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray after hearing thine teachings. Ameen. Thank you.
Ameen. Yes,
Assalamu
sir.
alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Thank you so much. We'll be sharing more later. His wife has a beautiful cookbook out that I was blessed to get today. So once again, welcome in the name of Allah, God, the Beneficent, the Merciful. I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us this evening for the Mothers of Civilization Day event. Happy Mothers of Civilization Day. Today is a day of honor, reflection, and self-care for Black, Indigenous women from around the world, Black and Indigenous women around the world, women who have given us life, wisdom, protection, and culture to humanity itself. And if it were not for the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, as taught by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, we wouldn't even have the thought of a Mothers of Civilization Day. And what does it mean to be a mother of civilization? I want to read this definition that the minister gave in a lecture entitled The Role Model for Women. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan asked, do you know what that means, mother of civilization? He then answers by stating, if civilization is one having knowledge, wisdom, understanding, culture, refinement, the pursuit of happiness, and is not savage, and you are the mother of that, whatever knowledge is in the world, you give it. Whatever wisdom and understanding is in the world, you shape your children according to what you know and what you understand. You are the one that passes on the culture of the people, the refinement of a nation. It is all in your hands. So if you are the mother of civilization, if you are made right, then everything that you touch will be made as you are. So that's how the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan defined mothers of civilization. And as I said, we would not even have that thought. I know I wouldn't if it wasn't for the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And many of us as women, we don't know how to value, and we don't know our value as women. So this is not something that the world teaches us about ourselves, and understanding that comes from divine guidance. Tonight, we are honoring the women who came before us, our mothers, our grandmothers, aunties, sisters, neighbors, teachers, and countless others whose traditions, values, and examples have shaped who we are today. In the Nation of Islam, through the MDT and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, we have long honored Black women. I always would say, you know, what other, I was bringing a guest not too long ago, and the brother runs to open up her door. I said, where else do you see this? Brothers showing such beautiful, civilized behavior when you come, your door is open and you are escorted into the mosque. But we've had a history of honoring Black women, particularly the mothers of the faithful. For example, Mother Claire Muhammad, Mother Marie Muhammad, the mother of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Mother Samaya Muhammad, the mother of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, Mother Ola Muhammad, Mother Evelyn Muhammad, may Allah be pleased with her, Mother Tinetta Muhammad, who we're blessed to have her son this evening, Mother Khadija Farrakhan, who is celebrating 90 years around the sun next week, and we'll be sharing information about that toward the end of the program. And Dr. Ava Muhammad, may Allah be pleased with that beautiful Star of God. And we're going to show a short video with her in just a moment. But we also have been honoring as mothers of civilization Queen Afua, Dr. Iyanla Vanzant, and we hope to honor more and more. Last year, we had historian Anthony Browder and Dr. Missy Muhammad and a whole wonderful group of brothers and sisters. And I know Brother Ajamu is on here, who also participated in the past program. And it just keeps growing and growing. So it's fitting that it grows, because as the Bible says, honor your mother and your father so that your days will be long. But I first want to introduce the video that Dr. Ava, may Allah be pleased with her, shared with us a few years ago when we invited her to be on the Mothers of Civilization Day launch. And she sent us this beautiful video. Let's share our few words from Dr. Ava Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness there is no God but Allah, who came in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, to whom all praise is forever due. We thank him for raising in our midst his exalted Christ, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. We thank them both for their mercy, their messenger Messiah, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I greet all of you in the words of peace of Assalamu alaikum. I am so honored, and I wish to extend my congratulations to Sister Audrey Muhammad, Virtue Magazine, and all of those who assist her in producing this magnificent product that is so uplifting to original women and girls. But I want to congratulate you, Sister Audrey, on the launch of this day of commemoration, which will now take place annually, Mothers of Civilization Day, every November 24th. Traditional celebrations are a core aspect of any culture. And it is important that we as Black people, and particularly our women and girls, have a day of observance that will introduce our children as well as our young adults and maintain memory and respect in the minds of the elders to our history, our experience, and all of the sacrifices that have been made by those before us to bring us to where we are today. Days of commemoration preserve and they protect our ideals as well as our way of life. I think that Mothers of Civilization is critical to the Black nation, and that we need to begin to develop days of observance that are more than a response to our history, first as slaves and then as a subject people in white America. And so days like Savior's Day, that is observed by the Nation of Islam in honor of the birthday of Master Fard Muhammad. October the 7th, the birth of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. October the 16th, our holy day of atonement, a day of absence and fasting, and commemorating the historic and monumental Million Man March. We know that a nation can rise no higher than its woman. And so at a time when the absence of women from the deliberative process in government, in religion, in finance, in business and science must be turned around. And more of our women are entering into these fields, but it requires a battle against that which the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan called one of the four great impediments to self-development, and that is sexism. So we are moving as women beyond the limited tasks that have been assigned to us, and now we are sharing in the decisions which affect our lives and the lives of our husbands, our brothers, our fathers, our children on a profound level each and every day. Society in general and the Black community in particular can only benefit when the Black female is active in the decision-making process involving every aspect of life, and when she sees herself as who she really is, and that is the mother of civilization. So again, I extend my congratulations to Sister Audrey and all of you who are participating in today's exciting event. Thank you so much. And may Allah continue to bless us with love and the light of understanding as I leave you in peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's give Dr. Ava a hand. That was such a beautiful video, and we're so thankful to have that. And if someone asks you, well, I haven't heard of Mothers of Civilization Day, when they Google it, or they can Google it, and we're going to pull up the National Day Archives, which will show when the day started, the meaning behind it. So this is on the National Day Archives website. And so they have Grandfather's Day on here, all these other days, but now you see Mothers of Civilization Day is also on the National Day Archives, and it tells you what it is. It takes place on November 24th, which is tomorrow. It's a day of honor for the first women on the planet, the original Black and Indigenous women. And then if you go down, it mentions that the original women from Africa, North America, South America, Asia. It is different from Mother's Day because it honors the women who gave birth to humanity. And that's how we're honoring our beautiful sisters this evening. And how should this day be celebrated? It should be celebrated by the family and friends, circling the women of their family with love and expressing their love and appreciation for them. So I just wanted to make sure you knew where to find, if you wanted, quote unquote, other official documentation for Mothers of Civilization Day. But I am deeply honored to have our wonderful guests on this evening. We have, of course, the National Assistant to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan on this evening. But I want my co-host, Dr. Iman Muhammad Ali, who really, this was her vision who helped birth this program, because, and we go way back from the inception of Virtue. She's always been a counselor, a help Um, you know, so I want to introduce her. Dr. Iman Muhammad Ali is a certified urban Zen integrative therapist, a Reiki master teacher, life coach, intuitive healer, meditation teacher, light worker. She was our first assistant editor and wrote profound articles on various topics. She also wrote the introduction to the book Closing the Gap by Brother Minister Jibril Muhammad. She is the recipient of the Mamie Till Mobley Woman of Courage Award, and she will be honoring Mamie Till this evening. So she was given this award by the Emmett Till Legacy Foundation, along with other honorees such as Whoopi Goldberg, Medgar Evers' wife, and 18 other powerful women were given this award. She received the award after her work with Will Smith and Jay-Z's Women of the Movement miniseries. And she helped to curate 3 museum exhibits, and she's an ambassador for the Emmett Till Legacy Foundation. And so we want to welcome to the virtual stage a sister who is dedicated to the mission of healing, Dr. Iman Muhammad Ali. Let's give her a hand.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. So honored to be on the show again with you, Sister Audrey. And we just want to thank you for your tenacity and for the audacity to continue with your brand for so many years. It's very tough to mother or create something and then stay with it for so long as you have. And we are always here to support you. We love when we come together because it's always magic, right? Every time we do something together, it just comes together so effortlessly. And this was one of them. Sister Audrey had invited me on maybe a month ago or so, and I never turned Sister Audrey down. I always like, yes, we have to do it. And I thought I was going to be on with other guests, and she sent me a flyer, and I only saw myself. I said, oh no, can't just be talking. No way. So she had asked me to reach out to Student Minister Ishmael on her behalf, and I hadn't done it because there was just so much happening. So I said, okay, let me try to get an answer from him because, of course, he's so busy. Sometimes it's hard to get an answer right away. So I sent it, and then he responded, and I said, let's do Minister Ishmael, Mother Tanetta, let's do Chairman Fred Hampton and his mother, right? Let's put them on. And I said, I think that would make a great conversation than myself representing Mamie and Emmett Till. What I saw with that was that some of it I didn't see all the way because it was just like Allah put that in my spirit. It dropped in my spirit and it started working just like that. And we got the chairman on right away, and he and his mother, and they agreed right away. So literally within a matter of like less than 10 minutes, we had a whole show. It wasn't just me. I was like, yes, because I don't want to just be talking. So and then when I stepped back and I looked at it, the minister said, the Honorable Minister was Farrakhan, has said that when God is involved in something because of the way it moves. Yes, right? The way it moves, how quickly it comes together, how effortlessly it comes together. You know that God has blessed that thing, right? But it's not you, right? So, that's how it happened. And then when we stepped back and we began to meditate on what was happening, I began to see, okay, we have the mother of the civil rights movement, Mamie T. Mobley.
Mhm.
And today is Mamie Till Mobley's birth anniversary. She was
Mm.
104 years old.
Wow.
104 years old. We thank Allah for her and her courage and her love. And one of that is the common theme that you will hear tonight as
Mhm.
we honor these three amazing women, is that love is at the root of everything that
Mhm.
is driving them. Their love for their people, their love for their communities, their love for their
Mhm.
husbands and their families, their love for us.
Mhm.
So, Mamie Till. And then I said, that's the mother of the civil rights movement. And then we
Mhm.
have Mother Akua in
Mhm.
Jerry, the
Mhm.
mother of Fred Hampton Jr.,
Mhm.
representing the Black Panther movement. And then we have our student minister, Ishmael
Mhm.
Muhammad, representing Mother Tanetta Muhammad, and the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, the eternal leader of the Nation of Islam, and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan as his national assistant. And I said, oh my goodness, we
Mhm.
have the Nation of Islam,
Mm.
civil rights movement, and the Black Panther movement all
Mm.
in this one gathering. We
Mhm.
had that happen. How often does that happen?
Mhm.
See
Mhm.
our unity like that and coming together,
Yeah.
in particular, the women bringing us together to
Mhm.
highlight these magnificent leaders from among us who gave birth to so much. And Mamie Till, we could
Mhm.
say she was like, she helped set it off.
Mhm.
When we talk about what happened in 1955, we're 70 years after that time, which is a
Mm.
very important year, right? 70 years as
Yes.
far as our prophecy and what is to take place, not to exceed 70, right? Those of
Mhm.
us who know. So I thought about that. And then I started to look at the women and look at their storyline and then look
Mhm.
at their children, their
Mm.
sons.
Mhm.
And, you know, a son and a mother's relationship is very special.
Yes.
And sons come up, you know, wanting to protect their mothers.
Mhm.
That's their nature.
Mhm.
And at a certain point, you know, maybe wanting to provide for their moms. And certainly these women under had to endure
Mm.
without their husbands and rear their sons. See, and it took us back to um, what is not only their individual story, but what is
Mm.
also our collective story.
Yes, ma'am.
Because the traumas that they experience is the traumas that's passed down generational and
Mhm.
historical. You can take it all the way back to the book of Revelations and the dragon and his pursuit of the woman and her child.
Mm.
And you could take it back further to Moses and his mother and
Mhm.
Pharaoh, and what he had decreed was that the male
Mm.
child should die. And you have this scene of this mother wrapping her little baby and sending him down the river for safety. No mother wants to leave their child.
Mhm.
Sometimes, in some circumstances like that, you will send your child or you will leave your child so that your child can maintain safety, especially the boy children.
Mhm.
You know, you do that. So
Mhm.
often that's a part of our history, where,
Mhm.
especially if you're from the South, okay, many families in the South sent their male children. If they got in trouble with the Caucasian people down in Mississippi, Jim Crow, Mississippi, blah, 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 they
Mhm.
would send them to Chicago or to Detroit or to St.
Mm.
Louis to stay with their families to get away from the savagery of the white supremacist culture
Mm.
and brutality of the South. And then it would be opposite too when you're in Chicago. Okay, you would
Mhm.
send, if they got in trouble in the city, you send them
Mhm.
down to their grandparents in the South
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
that they could stay out of what? Harm's way,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm. Yes, ma'am.
So I started thinking about all of that and the healing of these families and the healing of us as
Mhm.
a Black nation
Mhm.
in America,
Mhm.
because each one represents a very pivotal point in our storyline.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, so where are we now? Where are we now? 70 years after Emmett Till,
Mm.
70 years after Mamie Till stood, which caused Rosa Parks to stand,
Mhm. Mhm.
which caused
Mhm.
Dr. King to get involved. There was no Dr. Dr. King wasn't really on the scene. Before
Mhm.
Dr. King, it was Mamie Till
Yes.
and her work and what she did just out of her love,
Mhm.
facing what she faced. So this is a very beautiful conversation, and I'm eager to get into it tonight
Mhm.
and join you, Sister Audrey, in the healing process,
Mhm.
because it's just one dialogue away,
Yes. Mhm.
and it begins to open us up. It begins to ignite something within
Mhm.
us that's
Mhm.
good for us, the soul, to
Mhm.
relieve the soul of its burden,
Mhm. Mhm.
but to
Mhm.
also unlock, because
Mhm.
we don't only um, store memory in our brains, but we
Mhm.
store memory in our body.
Mhm.
Trauma is stored at the tissue level, is stored in the muscles. That's why sometimes when you get a massage,
Mhm.
have an emotional release and
Mhm.
start to maybe massage the tissue
Mhm.
that's
The
in the shoulder,
tension there.
tension.
Mhm.
Not
Mhm.
only is that a pain there, but then there's a memory that might come up.
Mm. Mhm.
And then that tears begin to fall.
Mhm.
And you
Mhm.
didn't know that that memory was in your back. That
Mhm.
memory was in your uterus. That
Mhm.
memory was in your legs, in your knees.
Mhm.
It's throughout
Mhm.
your body.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
don't know. So
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
a very beautiful thing that's taking place, and I'm very excited to get into it tonight.
Yes, ma'am. My first question that I want to open it up to you to share, Student Minister Ishmael and Brother Chairman Fred Hampton Jr., is when we think out of gratitude. And, years ago, I had a gratitude issue that was actually inspired by a lecture, Student Minister Ishmael, that you gave.
Uh-huh.
And he talked about gratitude. And I said, I want to have a gratitude issue of virtue. And I called it the gratitude issue. And, but out of gratitude, as we reflect, and oftentimes we reflect later, but I wanted to know, what is something that each of your mothers passed down to you? Because Mothers of Civilization Day is about reflecting on and honoring our mothers, different traditions, different lessons, different things that they passed on to us. What is something that your mothers passed down to you? And I'm sure there's many things, but one thing that you feel comfortable sharing that has impacted you to this um, day. So if we want to, I don't know who wants to start, Brother Student Minister Ishmael. Would you like to uh, go first or?
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
First, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Peace be unto you. And I want to thank you, Sister Audrey, for the great work that you have done over the past 2+ decades as a faithful follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. and the love that you express through your publication, Virtue Magazine, that lifts and honors the woman, and you lift and honor men as well. So, congratulations to you and the publication and your staff. And thank you for this fifth annual Mothers of Civilization Day. And to my dear sister Iman Ali for your work, your wonderful contributions throughout the years. So I'm very honored to have been invited to participate and as one of the sons of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad from Mother Tainetta Muhammad. So on behalf of my family, thank you for honoring Mom on this day and honoring her throughout the years in your wonderful publication. I cannot thank Allah enough for the wonderful mother that He gave me in Mother Tainetta. I'm beginning to know and learn more about my mother in her absence than when she was present. It's something how you can miss recognizing the value of something until it is gone. I don't know why that is. Sometimes it can be that the value of that which is present among that person's contemporaries, the veil or the physical of that person does not allow for those to appreciate what is being manifested as a gift from God that comes through the physical. So we miss the divinity of the person. We miss the richness of the gift of God that is manifested in that person, because as we interact or have a relationship with that person, there are so many things on the human level that can interfere and impair our ability to fully see and appreciate what God has given to us in that human being. So I'm so blessed. And I thank Allah every day for my mother. She gave me so much. The truth of the matter is, I would not be in love with God without my mother. I would not have the strong commitment and faith in God if it were not for my mother. So I answered that question. There are many things that Mom gave me, but the biggest thing she gave me was faith, a righteous example. She gave me Islam. She gave me the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, not as a father so much. She taught all of her children that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was the messenger of Allah. So we never related to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad in the natural way that children relate to their father by calling their father dad or pops. He was always dear holy apostle, and that's how I always related to him. Only recently have I been more expressive of the personal relationship that I have with him to call him father or dad. I even, Sister Iman, she would probably like this, started writing him letters, very short letters, to communicate with him as a son to his father. And my letters start off, Dear Father. So I thank my mother for raising us in faith. And that is the biggest gift that any mother could give her children, is God, faith in God, and to be the best example of righteous conduct, righteous behavior. She was, as your magazine, Virtue. Mother T, Mother Tynetta, was a virtuous woman. And from a teenager, she was too young to join at 15. But when Malcolm visited her parents' home to ask permission when she was 16, if they would give her permission to register in the nation, and her mother gave Brother Malcolm permission. And from a 16-year-old to her last breath, she was devoted and dedicated. And as you said, or sister, one of you said it, Sister Audrey, someone said it, as a mother of civilization, was the minister's quote, imparting knowledge wherever you find it. That was Mother Tynetta. All of her travels all around the world, she was in search of knowledge, finding the common thread that connects different cultures to show and to prove that humanity is one. And wherever she found a jewel of knowledge, whether it was in the Himalayas, whether it was in Timbuktu, or down in Peru, she brought it back to her people and her nation to grow us more in the new civilization that is springing up out of America, called the Nation of Islam. Long answer, but they say I'm a preacher, so you'll have to forgive me. And I'm honored and happy to see my beautiful brother, Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. We saw and was with each other this past Monday.
Yes.
And I'm so looking forward to working with my brother because the children of these great men, some that were slain, some that died, but we have their DNA, we have in us what they struggled for. So we owe it to our mothers and our fathers to keep the torch bright, lit, that it can be a light to give sight to those who are in darkness. And the beauty of Mother Tynetta is that she made her word bond and she fulfilled that vow that is in a Muslim's prayer. When we say to Allah, my prayer, my sacrifice, my life, and my death are all for Allah, the Lord of the worlds. My mother did that, and I thank you so much for honoring her on this Mother of Civilization Day.
Beautiful,
Yes.
beautiful.
There she is.
There
And
she
you see
is.
that middle picture.
Yes.
You see her in her kata stand, you know. She mom was a warrior.
That's right.
Mom was a fighter. I got many stories to tell you how she stood up to some very wicked opposition, but my mother was fearless, graceful, but
That's right.
fearless.
Yes.
That's right. Praises be to Allah. Such a beautiful, beautiful
Yes.
testimony and answer. I want to, and it segues so beautiful for Brother Chairman Fred Hampton, whose mother was also very young when she joined the Black Panther Party. So if
Mhm.
Brother Chairman, if you would like to share what your mother shared with you, and we should be taking notes, sister. I know I'm a teacher, so I'm taking notes. As Brother Ishmael said, his mother taught him about God, faith in God, and also being a good example. I'm taking notes. So if you see this in the article in the future, Brother Ishmael, you know where I got it from. So, Brother Chairman, yes, sir, go right ahead.
Yes. First, let me. I'm a little bit under the weather. My voice isn't as strong as I would like to be right now, but physically a little bit under the weather. But spiritually, emotionally, and politically, I feel strong, and I'm honored and humbled to be here. I want to say, extend my love and respect. The student minister, national representative, Minister Farrakhan. With Ishmael, as he stated, we just saw each other. I want to extend respect to his lineage. Honorable Elijah Muhammad, as well as Mother Tanina Muhammad, Sister Audrey, Dr. Iman Ali, and of course all the people that are on here with us. And an extra respect to all the mothers that we honor here. Some who are not physically still with us, but to their legacies. In fact, we often say that a legacy is more important than your life. Great question. I just one of the things I've often said that being oppressed is embarrassing, and a lot of times we try to euphemize it and try to make do like a lot of times you hear reactionary statements such as that a mother is going to serve as the mother and the father of so on and so forth, because the deal is we are impacted by, and this the system, they strategically know how to destabilize our families and our communities, and the impact, not only the immediate impact, the long range impact. I've also said I feel fortunate to have fallen from the tree of two freedom fighters, that was Chairman Fred Hampton, also of Akua and Jerry, formerly known as Deborah Johnson. One of the, I guess I refer to this as a war, a war and a love story, that a situation that impacted me, I think, throughout life. It was some years back. I was approximately about 12 years old, and we were in the basement of a church on the south side of Chicago, and we were having a meeting there, and it was a book proposal being brought to my mother in regards to that of Chairman Fred, and even as a youth, I can see the disrespect, you know, what I'm saying, towards Chairman Fred and the Black Panther Party. And I mean, it was just, you know, the statement that, you know, raising up the police as heroes, so on and so forth. And I remember her principal position she took, that it was not going to happen. Now, and it was one of those cold winters. Well, I say one of those cold winters in which our heat was off. And for those out, you know, this is Chicago, so, and the gas and the heat was off. And I remember saying something to the effect that if this was to happen, would the heat be able to get turned back on? And she said it's a no go. We're not moving with this. And then even in the face of, there were family members, there were, you know, people that were may have been in the Black Panther Party, and I always distinguish that there was those that was in the Black Panther Party and there are those that are Black Panthers. Big difference. And a lot of people's position was, you know, as some of the young people say now, get the bag, you know, and they was like, just go along with it, you know. But she refused to. She remained principled, and that's what we refer to as contested conditions, and that stuck with me, and you know, through our life, when situations, you know, proposals have been brought to us, so on and so forth. That situation, that war and that love story, that stuck with me, amongst other things. But just on the top of my head, that's the situation that stuck with me. Um, I just want to, you know, he had triggered something. I thought, in how you know him is referencing even as of late, more in a personal context with Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And I was ironically I was just commenting. We remain. It's a constant battle, like in regards, you know, to defend those legacies, you know. And someone I said only twice as of recent. I just said my father, you know, as opposed to Chairman Fred. And many people say, you know, why, you know, like why you always see Chairman Fred? And two situations. One, when I met the daughter of George Floyd, and I said her is the event for George Floyd, and I said the same people that killed your father killed my father, and you know, when I and the sister said, I never heard you say it like that. You know, you always say the U.S. government assassinated Chairman Fred, and I said, well, I want to break it down, you know, in layman's terms. And then there was a recent situation where, you know, in defending the legacy, um, there was a venue depicting a play about Chairman Fred, you know, unauthorized, and they refused for me to come in, and I not even, it wasn't even planned for. I knew it. I said, you know, this is about my father. And you know, and then individuals responded like, "What does that have to do with anything?" But and people called me and they said, "We've never heard you say it," and it triggered an emotion. And I said, I didn't know I was going to say it, you know, but when Minister Ishmael was saying it just kind of triggered that thought, like this. And it's not out of a stoicness or a coldness. It's a reverence and a respect, you know, and recognizing that these are not individuals who only not in a subjective sense, just belong to us. You know, it's individuals that, you know, saying the impact of our people, you know, so and be clear of that. Yes.
Can I say something?
Yes, go right ahead.
Since Sister Dr. Iman said this was a conversation,
Mhm.
and what you said, my dear brother Fred, you know, um, and what I said that triggered that.
Yes.
And as you were sharing that, and I'm learning that you revered your father in the same way,
Yeah.
because these men were so much bigger
Yeah.
than our daddy.
Yes.
But what I've realized, and I have to say, sort of painfully,
Mm-hmm.
because to be at this age or stage in your life and all your years, at least for me, Fred, you know, I had to grow up under very, very difficult circumstances.
Yes.
And I grew up not knowing who my father was because of the protection
Yeah.
I didn't know that at the time as a boy, but I wasn't introduced to my father until I was 7 years old. And my mother would just tell her children when we would ask, "Where's our father?" "Oh, he's traveling a lot." We knew he was someone special, someone great,
Yes.
but it was a secret. And we used to be mocked at school because the rest of the children would say, Ishmael Rasul don't know who their daddy is. Man, that was painful. And then once we knew, we still had to keep it a secret. So it suppressed something in me. And in that secrecy and concealing that truth, it actually hurt me in this sense. And this is why I'm saying this and why it is important that you claim your father, because, and I hope Dr. Iman, she can probably relate or look at this on the deeper level of the channeling of energy. Because since I began to do that, and I think you feel the same, the sense of ownership, but not in a proud way. I don't consider myself better than anyone because my father is the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, or you don't walk around putting on airs with your chest out because your father was Fred Hampton. No.
Yeah.
But to personalize it is to internalize dad more. And in the personalization or the claiming of the father, then the spirit of the father is also channeled more beautifully because you and I are connected to these great men by blood, by DNA. So it's unleashing, it is manifesting more that is in you, Brother Fred, in me. So it's important that we do claim him, these great men, because after all, he's your father. After all, he is my father. Every other child, well, not all, but children that are born from such great men, they're proud to know that their father is this one or that one. But I'm speaking now in terms of Sister Dr. Iman, the transmission, and we talked a little bit about the transformation, see, and how important it is for us to claim these great men that are our fathers, because now the Father lives more in us. We are a student of theirs, yes. Follower of theirs, yes. But there's something that is of the energy and the spirit that these ancestors or these great ones can be more alive in our presentation of them, because we are absolutely from their loins. We're connected to them by the Spirit, by the wisdom that they gave, by the common struggle of liberation for our people. But we also are the bloodline of these great men. So you have a spirit line and you have a bloodline. And the study of physics, as I close, is energy and its interaction with the physical. See? So I say, Brother Fred, let's claim our fathers and let's make them proud of their sons that carry on their work that they died for. Then they really live in us and we become the vindicators of our fathers. Because when a son loves his father or a daughter loves their father or their mother, that was great. And they step out on the stage that they were on. And we work the work that they worked. Then they are dancing in heaven. They're smiling and they're happy. Because every great one wants to leave children behind that will carry on their work and their legacy. They are proud of those that come to help them, proud of those and happy and thankful to God for those who come to follow them. But when a great one produces children, nothing pleases them more than that those children have accepted the mission that they gave their life to, accept the God that they serve. So let's make our fathers happy along with our mothers, but the dads that you and I were blessed by God to have. They paid one hell of a price. And therefore, let the sons lift up the fathers with reverence and with love. I'm sorry, Sister Audrey. I didn't mean to. I mean, he just helped me to see even more, and learning from my brother that he grew up similarly because his father's life was cut short. Like you were how old, Chairman?
I was born 25 days later after he was assassinated.
See? And I was 10 years old. But I didn't meet and know my father till 7.
Sir.
So I really didn't know him. I had a chance to be with him for the last 3 years that he was among us. But those were very trying 3 years. But nevertheless, we were both young. You were not born. So naturally, we don't have that kind of connection with Dad because even though in the last year I lived in the home with him, and I had a few times that I was at the dinner table with him, but my father was devoted to a mission. He never took me out in the backyard to throw a football and, hey, son, catch. Catch this truth. Catch this knowledge. Run, son, with the knowledge that I've given you and score a touchdown. So we grew up different, and it has hurt us. It's been painful. And many don't understand that, Sister Audrey, you mentioned the pain that children, people on the outside think this is some, privilege, like we've been silver spoon fed and receive all the honor and all. Oh my God. It's a life of pain, great pain. Anyway, let me shut up.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, Fred. Hey, we got to get together.
No doubt. Yes, indeed. Yes,
This
indeed.
is beautiful. This
Yes,
is
indeed.
beautiful.
You're
It
bringing
Yes,
the
indeed.
reminds
children
me.
together, Sister
Yes,
Audrey.
indeed. Yes,
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 yes. This is
yes,
beautiful
yes.
because something that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, it was at the Essence Music Festival, and someone had asked him about a painful situation, and the minister said, I don't know why God would allow that to happen, but if you can see something positive out of that pain and help others, then you're going to have a healing. And I see right before our eyes you helping Brother Fred see a
Yes.
different perspective of his father, and a fruit by the tree it bears. So this is so beautiful. I want to turn it to Sister Dr. Iman and turn it over to her as she talks about um, Mamie Till, and
Amen.
then
Yes.
other things that
Mother
she wants
Mamie.
to continue with the dialogue, because this was her vision. Go ahead, Dr. Iman.
Oh, um, it's doing what we saw it
Mm-hmm.
do, and just what we just experienced with the two brothers, the two legacies,
Mm.
the two
Yes.
families, the two somewhat struggles, but same struggle. And it speaks to what we just talked about, that um, these memories, they're lodged in us. And the
Mm-hmm.
brother wasn't even able, these brothers weren't even able to claim their father. How unnatural is that
Mm.
in the natural scheme of things, right? So every time we go against what's true, what's real, then that energy goes into an area in our body known as our throat chakra.
Mm.
The throat chakra is the energy center that houses the frequency of truth, our truth.
Mm.
And when you go against the grain of what's real and what's true,
Mm.
then that energy, good or bad, it will stay with you. It can have an adverse effect if it's something that's not true. Um, and then we will have, like our brothers, experiencing some throat complications.
Mm.
Mm.
Everything that is manifest in our physical body has an energetic counterpart and spiritual counterpart first. It shows up in the subtle body, then it shows up in the physical body. So it is so important to honor your truth. And that's all he's saying. That's my father. He birthed me. I came onto the earth this way. He is my father. Yeah, he's the messenger of the Lord. Yeah, he's the father of the Black Panther movement. But he is my father. That's important. And it frees the soul. It frees the person up. That he's not tiptoeing around and scared to say that's my dad. Scared to
Right.
say,
Right.
So this is so healing. Just this one aspect. It's a huge aspect.
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
like Minister Ishmael said, is that when you really claim that, now, you get into the very genetic makeup. And there are not only physical genes that are passed down, but there are spiritual things that are passed down. There is fortitude that's passed down through the genes. We saw with our brother, student minister Ishmael, internal fortitude, an internal strength in him because of the things he has suffered. He's stronger than most at a time that is a transitional time because he's gone through it already. And he's gone through it in a very real way, right?
Mhm.
So And what else he said is that you begin to channel the very frequency, the thought. It's in you, but if you deny it, it can never come forward if you deny it. So an example of that is recently, and you'll see him as he debuts his the biopic called Michael. One of Michael Jackson's nephews, he's the son of Jermaine Jackson. He is playing Michael at a certain part in large part in the movie. And recently, his uncles were talking in an interview, and they said that they have seen many Michael Jackson impersonators. But Jafar was not impersonating Michael. He became Michael. And they all started crying. You know, they know their brother. So they weren't looking at their nephew anymore. They were looking at their brother again through Jafar. So this is very real. It's a very real thing. Because when you can claim what is rightfully yours, it frees you. And you're able to move now with more confidence, more thrust, more energy. Because it's not just your energy now, it's also the one that you're claiming is with you and coming through you now because you've loosened it up. So that's very good. Very good. It's what we saw would happen between the two of them. That this would be such a healing for them, which would also be a balm for us. Because some of us didn't know our fathers either. So, but it's just about what's true. That's all it's about. It's a principle. What is your truth? Can you live and stand in your truth, regardless to whom or what?
And the truth shall set you free.
It will, and it has. You know, it's lighter now. The two of you have found your commonality. And your mothers, oh my God, you could not, the two of you express so much love for your fathers and for your people. That could not have happened unless your mothers loves the way that they loved.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No question.
Two are a testament of the mother's love.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, Mamie Till, let me talk about her. Did she tell me anything? Did I know her? I actually did meet her. I was a news producer at CLTV after I did my term at the Final Call newspaper. I went on to do television news. And CLTV is a cable station, sister station of WGN in Chicago. And it was 2001, I believe, yeah. And she was, it was Black History Month. And so they do Black History stories during Black History Month. So they gave me a phone number. Hey, we're going to do a story on Mamie Till. And they gave me Mamie Till's phone number. And I was like, Lord, please don't let her answer this phone. And why I say that? What am I going to say to her? I'm from the Delta, Mississippi. We grew up under that threat. See, this is how this stuff transfers from one generation to a next generation. When you hear these stories, and like the chairman's mother, I happened to talk with her by phone last summer, and I felt the same way about her that I felt about Mamie Till. What would I say to her? Because their stories is something that nobody wants to experience. Nobody wants to experience that. And you think in your mind, how could I even handle that? How can I handle what they went through. And I read some of your mother's story, and I just 19 years old. Your father, 21.
Yes, yes, yes. She's
She's
19, he's 21. Yes,
pregnant, almost ready to give birth to you.
yes,
They're
yes,
asleep.
yes,
They're sleeping together, and
yes,
somebody comes in and starts
yes,
shooting. But
yes,
she throws her body in
yes,
front of him
yes, yes,
with a baby.
yes,
Woo!
yes,
That touched me.
yes,
That touched me.
yes,
See, when a woman
yes,
loves, that's love right there.
yes,
You don't think about your life. You ready to give your life.
That's right.
You don't
That's right.
have a greater defender than a woman that really loves you.
Woo.
You don't
Yes,
have one. I don't care
yes,
who they are.
yes,
I don't care about what's his name, Che and Fidel Castro. If a woman loves you like that, you don't have a greater defender.
That's right.
So when I read that, ooh,
yes,
I felt even greater
yes,
about her.
yes,
Okay,
yes,
so
yes,
Amy Till,
yes.
I did get the opportunity to. She did answer the phone, and what was supposed to be maybe a couple of minutes phone call because I was supposed to set up for a reporter to go out there. It turned into an hour and a half conversation
Wow.
when she found out that I was from Mississippi, just about 20 miles from where they assassinated,
Oh, wow.
lynched
Oh,
her son. She had a lot to say. But I don't remember all of it, but what I do remember is that she told me we must keep Emmett's story out there. We must keep Emmett's story out there.
yes,
And I felt like she was saying, as a journalist, whatever you do, you got to keep Emmett's story out there. We have to. We have a responsibility. So that was 2001. And then 2014, I meet her cousin. And she was the founder of the the Emmett Till Legacy Foundation. And I immediately said, I want to work with you. What can I do? And join as an ambassador of the Emmett Till Legacy Foundation. And then a couple of months later, I'm in Mississippi on the set of James Brown's biopic, Get On Up.
okay.
And we were on a break, and there was another sister that called me over and started talking. And she said she was a cousin of Emmett Till. I said, what? I said, just met another cousin of yours. They didn't even know each other. So later on that summer, I introduced them. We come together in Mississippi on Emmett's birthday. And I was sitting there and I said, oh man, we are the sisters of the movement. And there needs to be a TV show about women like us who are, instead of housewives of Atlanta and all this garbage they have on with our sisters. I said, we're sisters of the movement. And it resonated with them. So we started, so what do we need to do? We were working on, we worked for a little bit and then the Me Too movement started. And then I said, no, it's not time. We can't get mixed up with that.
Yes, yes,
So we pulled back.
yes.
And that same year, I had 7 recurring dreams with Jay-Z. And he kept saying to me in the dream the same question, so what do you want to do? So what you want to do? How do you want to work together? So what you want to do? I never had the answer, so I would wake up and have the same dream 7 times. Same year that I met Emmett Till's cousins. So we started working together. We worked together on the Emmett Till anti-lynching bill, which we did get passed, by the way. with the help of U.S. Congressman Bobby Rush, outlawing lynching in America 60-some years later. Think about that. So, but I felt like I was doing something of what Mamie Till told me to do. Keep Emmett's story out there. So what can I do? So I was working on all these little pieces with the very important pieces of history with the foundation. And then I had a vision with Jay-Z helping us to try to get that anti-lynching bill passed. I said, we need to get Jay-Z involved. And I said, do you mind if I reach out or try to reach out? So I tried to make the connect. It didn't happen. But apparently, I was picking up on something because 6 months later, I got a call from the other cousin of Emmett Till that lives in Mississippi. And she said, you won't believe this. She said, they're filming a movie in Mississippi, and it's called Women of the Movement. And she said, of course, she remembers me with the Sisters of the Movement. It's called Women of the Movement, and it's about Emmett Till. And then the third thing she said was, it's being produced by Jay-Z. So I knew that was my signal. So 3 things back to back. So she gave me a casting director, and it took me a little minute to process it. I didn't reach out till the next day. When I reached out, they emailed me back in seconds. And the woman's, and I just wanted to be somewhere on the set, sweep the floor, whatever. I knew I needed to be there because I knew it was something in it for me that was connected to Mamie Till and what she told me. And they said, can we interview you? Well, I thought that was strange because normally when you work as a background actor, they don't interview you. They just look at your picture. Okay, what's your dress size? And after that, she said, we want to interview for a particular role. It's a very important role on the set. It's called the stand-in. And we'd like for you to be the stand-in as Mamie Till. And I stopped. She said, well, yeah, you look just like the lead actress, so you would work alongside her. So whenever she's not on set, you're on set. You're used for the lighting, the rehearsals, da 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 da. And I said, let me think about it. Let me think about it. I didn't say yes because I got scared. That's a real serious thing to step into the timeline and the energy of Mamie Till in 1955. That's serious. And so I know I'm so sensitive. Could I handle that? Yeah. And then something said, it clicked back in my mind, that call I had with her. We have to keep Emmett's story out there and the courage that she had. And I said, okay, I'll do it. Because there's something said to me, this is an assignment. This is an assignment. So, an assignment for what? To bring what I have to heal the timeline of the past, of the present, and the future. Because during the time of us filming, we were also going through Ahmaud Arbery, who everyone was saying this was our Emmett Till moment. And Ahmaud Arbery was gunned down here where I live. And all of that was happening simultaneously as we're filming Women of the Movement. But what I learned about Mamie Till, I learned so much about her. She was not just a woman who we saw her just put her son's image on display, and that was something she did out of emotion. It was very strategic. She was so strategic in everything that she was doing to try to get justice for her son and let the world see what they had done. And that was one of the biggest strategic moves that she made. Because what did it do? Rosa Parks, they had his funeral in September. Rosa Parks, just a few months later, said she thought about getting up when the man told her to go to the back. But then she thought about what happened to Emmett Till. And that's what made her sit down. And that's why they say Mamie Till is the mother of the modern day civil rights movement. Because her courage and having to step into her character. My first day on set, I'm giving birth to Emmett Till. And they put that little doll in my arms. I immediately start doing a healing because you can send it back in time. And then you brothers, especially you, in the womb of your mother, you could heal across timelines because there is no real such thing as time anyway. When it comes to energy, and the energy is stored, so it's like we were there in 1955. When you do that, when you act, some of the greatest spiritual people are actors. They channel energy and frequency. And a brother who relates to what you all said, Medgar Evers' son was on set with us. And he was afraid to come to Mississippi. He hadn't been to Mississippi in years. He didn't even know that his father was involved in the Emmett Till story until he got on set and saw a man playing his father as a part of the legal team for Mamie. His name is Van Evers. He was hired as the still photographer for ABC, by ABC. And one night in the Tallahatchie courtroom, the lead actress was not there at all that day. So that meant I had to rehearse with her co-stars. And they were cross-examining Mamie Till. And they tried Emmett they really were trying him, and it wasn't his trial. But they treated him as a grown man.
Yes.
And they were cross-examining Mamie and questioning her over an insurance policy that she had got for her son that I had to, they gave me the script. Okay, Iman, Mamie's up, you're up now, da-da-da-da. And then the prosecutor goes. And then I'm answering, I'm reading. But something took over and I got angry. And the emotions started to come up. And all I could remember was that it was over and everybody was clapping. The director came from behind clapping. What happened? I went and sat down. And here comes Medgar Evers' son. Did you see that script before? And I was like, no, they just gave it to me. Oh, we know where you're going. He was so excited. But I didn't realize until a year later that I talked to his sister. And she said, oh, you're the one who played Mamie Till stand-in? I said, oh yeah, I met your brother. And she goes, something happened on that set with you that changed my brother. My brother was afraid. He was 3 or 4 years old when his father was assassinated in front of him in their yard in Jackson, Mississippi. So you imagine the trauma he was dealing with, okay? And what was lodged in him. Okay. And he was even afraid to go to Mississippi. He's a grown man. And when we were, the last scene, we were in Montgomery, and there's at the Civil Rights Memorial, there's a waterfall there. And he was taking pictures of one of the producers. And he didn't realize he was standing in front of his father's name on that memorial of all of the brothers and sisters who had been killed in the civil rights movement. He was standing right in front of his father. And I zoom in on the, and I zoom out, and there he is. And then I go over to him. I said, Van, look. And when he saw his father's name, Medgar Evers, assassinated, he just burst out crying. And he grabbed me, said, Dad is here. Dad is here. And so his sister was saying, something happened with you that changed my brother. I said, oh, I know what he's talking about. That night, we channeled Mamie Till. We met a lot of those spirits on that, an energy of those brothers and sisters on that set. And I realized the work that I had to do, what Mamie told me to do. I was standing in courage, because it takes a lot to relive that. They had psychiatrists and therapists on set. I brought my singing bowls and my sage and my crystals, and I was doing a lot of work. And I had other Reiki healers helping me too. And one night when we were filming the night that they took Emmett, it was a very creepy night, because we were out in this field, in this old plantation, in this back road in Mississippi. Whew. And I took that. When I realized what we were getting ready to film, I got my singing bowls out, which helps to release stuck energy from the root safety and survival energy center. And as I was going around, it was dark out, it had some lighting. And all of a sudden I hear the back of me, thank you for what you're doing for us tonight. I look up, it's a white man standing over me. He said, I'm Rory Bryant. You're who? He said, well, I'm playing the bad guy tonight, but I'm nothing like you. He was in character. So he was coming to me as the man who murdered Emmett Till, thanking me for the healing that we were doing that night. It was really something. So we had helped to advance by the courage that Mamie, whatever she said to me in that 1.5 hour conversation, I only remember the part where she said, we got to keep Emmett's story out there. So I felt like if Jay-Z and Will Smith are going to put this money up, then I should be able to stand in, as Mamie Till, and go through this process of facing what she faced and then coming out on the other side of it, because she didn't let it kill her. And the one thing that she said that was so powerful, she said, I can't hold in my body what Emmett's murderers did. I can't hold not 1 ounce of anger toward them because of what it's going to do to my body. Mm. That was powerful. And she's right. So she said, God told me, you should be happy that you had Emmett for the time that you had him. Emmett belonged to me. I sent him there to do a job, and Emmett has done his job well. You lost 1, but I will give you thousands. I said, whoa, so true. Emmett Till lived the time that he was supposed to live, and he did what he was supposed to do and still is 60, 70 years later. 70 years later. We have advanced the storyline in some ways, but in a lot of ways, like Jay-Z said in an interview about the project, he said it's important for us to tell this story so that we can see the courage that they had back then when they were very vicious on us. And we could see the courage and the strength that they had, that we might be able to stand now and fight, is what Jay-Z said. So that's what I learned from Mamie Till. I faced the fear, because growing up, we always would hear, and I asked my grandfather one time down in Mississippi, I said, how far are we from Money, Mississippi? He said, about 20 minutes. My eyes got big. Because if they could do that to a little child then, they could do it to us now. And even when you drive in Mississippi, you hear, if you drive at night and there's a pickup truck behind you, it's a trauma that's lodged inside of us over these things. And the healing it's time for that to take place. So I think I answered the question of what I learned from Mamie Till. And today we have we keep his story out there. After the movie or the series, I took the props. I asked the writer, could I have the props and place them in 3 museums strategically across the country for Emmett Till, for his legacy. And these exhibits exist. We got the body, we brought the body, a replica of the body and the casket back to Chicago at the DuSable Museum, back in American History in Chicago, and then at the Emmett Till House Museum, and then one in Mount Bayou, Mississippi. And that is doing really well there for the city of Mount Bayou, which was the first Black all-sovereign town. So, no, these are some powerful women. And Mother Tanetta and Mother Akua, is that how I say her name?
Yes, yeah, Akua, yes.
Akua. They
Yes.
came in the movement as children. See, they were born. She was 12 when she started her activism. Your mother, right? 12 years old?
Yes.
See? But 17 when she joined the Black Panther Party. And then Mother Tanetta, right? 15, 16 years old. These are women born for our liberation. And we thank Allah for them. And Mamie Till was so young. It's a young mother, her little son. But it's powerful. Thank you, Sister Audrey.
Powerful. Praises be
Yes.
to Allah.
Yes.
And as we prepare to close, Brother Chairman, is your mother nearby? Is she on, or
I think she may be on. I just got back in. She may be on. Let me check.
to see if she wanted to say a few words?
Is this somewhere you can check to see if she clicked on? No.
What's her
It says Akua and Jerry on the.
can you see her name, Sister Audrey?
If my tech team can look and see and highlight her if she's on to give some type of symbol. We'll look and let me know if you do see her and you're able to highlight her if she is on. But as we prepare, if she's on and prepare to hear from her, as we're moving forward, I would say, how should we And Student Minister Ishmael kind of covered it a little bit in anything else how we can honor our mothers moving forward. As he mentioned, if we stand as an example, just as they are examples for us, is one way of honoring. But in closing, what would you say are ways to honor our women? And that was such a powerful statement earlier about the love of a woman and us being the second self of God, which is not something that was, taught. I had shared a Bible verse. You see her?
You see her?
Is
I
she
think
there?
is she there? Hold on a second.
Mother.
Okay, my tech team is saying they don't see her
Hello?
on.
She said, can you hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I can't hardly hear y'all. She say, I think she said she need her mic muted. Her mic is muted.
Okay, and what name is she under?
Core and Jerry. She I think she can hear us. Mother Comrade, if you can't make sure that, you might have to press unmute on your end also.
Okay, can you highlight her if we can,
She just
if
called me.
okay, if the tech team can highlight her, then we can
1 second.
bring her forward.
Neither one of us are too good with this technology.
Okay, okay.
Do you see it?
That's right. Okay. As we're looking for her, and if we can highlight her, um,
Well, if I can add something,
oh, that she's not on camera. Um,
Brother Fred wants to say something.
okay, go right ahead. Yes, sir.
Dr. Iman, she talking about the movie set. She kind of triggered some thoughts, some flashbacks with me, like
Mm,
with Judas and the Black Messiah.
right.
A lot of the struggles we had went through,
Mm,
from some of the initial proposed titles to the script, and a lot of, I remember an early on struggle where initially it was kind of like, because this system, they it has as opposed to what Sheikh Anta Diop says, we come from a society, we work in harmony with each other, as opposed to Western society. And there was some scenes where initially it was like her character was cunning or disrespecting Chairman Fred, and she wouldn't go. We said it's a no go. It can happen. And someone said something like, "Well, we're trying to show a strong woman." We said, "Well, we have a strong woman. You know what I'm saying? She's literally, covering down, you know what I'm saying?" And she worked in sync with him. She could feel. It was later exposed that the government had placed enough Seconal inside the drink, his Kool-Aid the night before, to
mm,
technically not knock a horse out. But she knew that it was something different, something was wrong when he didn't move, and she covered down over him. And
mm,
to take that principle stance then, and we under those contest, again, a lot of people saying just go along with it, but she held the line. And it was later exposed, like, and it was therapeutic. Some things in the movie was therapeutic also. I recall us talking to Dominique Fishback later, who did a phenomenal job, along with the cast portraying then Deborah Johnson. And we had thought about it. She just came on just now. She's
oh.
on. Okay. I was
I
telling
am
one
so slow with technology.
of
Okay.
okay.
Beautiful.
I,
Welcome.
Thank
Welcome.
you. Chairman,
I,
Chairman, would you finish what you're
oh,
saying? Because I don't
I,
want to interrupt that.
I was going to yield
Mhm.
to you, but okay, I'll just
No, I need you to finish what you're
okay,
saying.
okay, we'll do. Um, that me and her both, we every every morning at about 4:30 a.m., which for those who don't know, the assassinations of Chairman Fred Defense and Amon Clark occurred about 4:35 a.m. We
Okay.
wake up. We wake up. Watch, hold your camera, Mother Comrade. Mother
Okay.
Comrade, hold your camera
Hmm.
focus. Yeah.
Okay.
We wake up exactly about 4:30 every morning, every day, and and we didn't make the connection to this, since after the movie.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
um, that was one of the things also.
Oh,
And then one more point I want to get out to that. Student Minister Ishmael had brought you triggered also how people romanticize these situations, like when you grow up. And this one, and I tell this story, I was about 14, 15. It was an individual saying he was Chairman Fred's son, and someone brought it to my attention. And I tracked him down, and I said, "Excuse me, brother, you saying you're Chairman Fred's son?" And he went to this whole thing. He said, "Brother, he said, I'm Honorable Elijah Muhammad's son." He said, "I'm Larry Hoover's son. I'm Jeff Ford's son." I said, "Brother, all due respect, I'm talking more like context, like who you." I said, I say, I say, brother, I was hoping that I did have another sibling so you could take some of this heat that comes with this.
Yes.
I said,
Yes.
and I think they romanticize this. And so he triggered that. If I could, if I could close out for the year for her coming on, this is a poem I had wrote, and I dedicated this was, when I was under some contested conditions. I'm a former political prisoner. I was an infamous Menard, which my father, Chairman Fred, was there in 1969, and I was there in 1999.
wow.
And I wrote this poem on a contested condition, and I dedicated it to my mother, comrade, and also to mothers in general, And it's entitled "The Mother Ode." You think I forgot? Well, I think not. From the pyramids to the plantation, through the sharecropping and segregation, to the old earth from her seed, yes, indeed, you carried me. In Africa, I rolled your back on a plantation of potato sack. Whatever the case, you held me tight, kept me close those winter nights. Matriarchs and mothers and queens and nannies, big mamas and dear mamas, Geronimos and grannies. Healers of sickness who addressed the business. Wasn't no need for traveling, homemade health care. From common colds to frequent flus to champions of childbearing. Continuously connected through this cold, hard system. When my cries were denied, you're the only one listening. I didn't play no distant mama when playing the dozens. For wouldn't have been no me if she wouldn't have gave daddy no loving. Through the hard times and struggles and discomforts and pains, the cold nights, beans and rice, mayo jars with Kool-Aid. Yeah, I did my share of stupid stunts, mess ups, and cutting up in class. But you showed tough love, had no hang-ups about. And with those hot times we had, in my mind remains the first days of school and surprise birthdays. They've been trying to divide us in hectic times throughout the history. From masters selling me off to the day with baby T. You produced pyramids, told tribes, and gave names to nations. You're not only my mother, but the mother of civilization.
All right.
Those are your children in Kenya and the descendants in Dominican. You breastfed me in Botswana and you kept me clothed in Ghana. Whenever they beat me down, you said, son, stand up. You said all men fall down, but great men get up. When they came and framed me and placed me behind these walls, you knew the business, prison visits and collect phone calls. From the womb to the tomb, from the belly to the grave, through 4 inches of glass, prison blues and shackles and chains. I love you dearly, miss you really, and ain't never gonna change. To my mother and all.
Woo! Woo! What?
Yeah.
Mic drop.
That.
Oh my goodness.
Beautiful.
Oh my goodness. If I could just say this real quick,
Yes, ma'am.
you could go to YouTube and get the Mother Ode and another one he did to Chairman Fred on Father's Day. They are so powerful, and the music, is behind them. So I hope people can go to YouTube and pull up the Mother Ode and to Chairman Fred on Father's Day. And they're beautiful. And I'm going to tell y'all, I'm just a real crybaby. I've been just moaning and waving my finger in the air during this program. And It's been so powerful. It's been so powerful. I reflected back when I first met Brother Ishmael. I went. These people came and said, "Oh, we're gonna go over to my house. You need to talk to me, Minister Farrakhan." And now they taking me over there like they got to set up an appointment. They didn't even know I was coming over there. And I wait a minute, y'all didn't set up a meeting time, and I'm going. But these are sort of things. And when Chairman said, people think it's easy, it's a lot of things get thrown at them. And Chairman would, when he was young, well, they started calling him little Chairman when he was a baby. When he was young, going to elementary school, anything that he found that was written about his father, Black Panther Party, he would bring home and we would, discuss it. But also there's a movie, The Assassination of Chairman Fred, that he was an arm baby, as all us old people call him. When I took him to see that movie, you know what I'm saying? So he could see his father speaking. And I thought my world was coming to an end when they assassinated Chairman Fred and Defense Captain Mark Clark, and they arrested us. I was charged with attempted murder and aggravated assault, when only one possible shot could have come from the apartment, and that was from Defense Captain Mark Clark from Peoria, when they shot him in the chest, and he fell to the floor and dropped his gun and went off into the stairway of the second floor. But I said, what can who's gonna teach my son? Who's gonna tell my child? Well, I didn't know he was the son then, because then they didn't have, the ultras, where you could see the baby. But I said, there's no one that will tell him about his father, the sacrifice he made. My mother loved him dearly when he was born, and that's who I went to live with. But she didn't understand nothing about the Black Panther Party. She didn't understand about the biggest insult I did to my mother, was she spent a lot of money on sending me to Miss Carver, who made her own hair grease to get my hair straight. So I could have press and curl. The biggest insult to my mother was, I got a natural. She wasn't mad I got in the Black Panthers. She was mad because all that time and money that I got a nappy head. So that really bothered her.
You look cute. You look cute with the afro.
Thank you. Well, I just washed my hair.
You look so
And so I
cute.
put through this hat on. But I'm going to tell you, this has been a powerful piece. I hope you all understand the worth of your work. The worth of, and I have been crying, raising my hand, clapping, and talking to the cell phone. And I just changed our cell phone because the other one ran out of charge. I called Chairman and say I'm on there.
Yes. Oh,
Thank you.
we're so blessed to have you on. I mean, oh my goodness, sister, we are just honored to the floor.
I am honored to be on. And
Yeah.
I've been listening to Chairman and Ishmael's story, and it touched my heart. It
I
really,
know
really
it.
did. Yes. This is a powerful piece.
So
This is a booklet, a magazine, a movie. This is all that.
a movement.
Well, I'm very happy to see you, Mom,
Listen, oh
and
my, don't
you
start
look
crying again.
wonderful.
Yeah, don't start me crying again. Oh my goodness.
Hey,
I've been on
these
this
are
from the
crying
beginning.
days of joy and gratitude, not
I
tears
just
of
love and
sadness and
appreciate you so
sorrow.
much. Yes, I love and appreciate you so much. And I'm really, really thankful for this show. I'm late all the time. I got on here before y'all did.
All right.
Well, we
Thank
love
you.
you, Mom, and
Thank you.
and
Thank you.
thank Almighty God for you.
Thank you, son. I
And
appreciate
I
that.
just got word that we lost another great
Yeah.
one, the
Yes, yes,
struggle, and
Yeah.
Brother Jamil,
Yeah.
yes,
Alameen,
Long
A-Track
live.
Brown.
Long
yes,
live. Long
yes.
live.
May
He
God
cleaned
be
up a whole
pleased.
area in Atlanta and made it a village.
Yeah.
If people to study Islam and get certain skills and stuff. And
Yeah.
he was on Eye on the Prize. One of the people, with including myself, that was on the Donahue show. They had us on there, Imam Jamil, myself, and other activists, if you will. And he was a powerful brother.
Yes,
Yes.
he
They had a
was.
law made against
Yes.
him. H.
Yes.
Rap Brown law.
Hey, Trump,
The
yes.
government
Long,
did. Yes.
long live. Long live the legacy. Imam Jamal
And one
Amin.
more thing, I think you could pull up on YouTube. It's a piece that Imam Jamil Alameen and Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. did together.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Right.
I gotta pull that up.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
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 You raised the question, Sister Audrey, earlier. And I believe your question was, in closing this wonderful program honoring mothers of civilization, how do we honor our mothers of civilization, if I recall? And I would offer this. First, as you said, Dr. Iman, with the life of Emmett Till and the peace that Mammy Till felt after the horrific death of her son. We as Muslims have it in the Quran, and it's there in the Bible, and we know it whether we are Christian or Muslim. We all come from the Creator. We all come from God, and to Him is our eventual return. Every life that comes through the sacred womb of the female, we cannot claim that life. We are agents and instruments of God. So we are not from our mothers and our fathers. We are from God through our mothers and our fathers.
Yes.
The great pain that we have suffered as a people, and the many that have died just in the Middle Passage, and the many more that died on the plantations, and
Yes,
those that
yes.
were lynched, and those that were hunted down by the enemy as sport
Yes.
and play,
Yes. Yes.
and those that were persecuted and tortured, deported, assassinated, murdered, killed. This is one hell of a price. But none of these lives have died in vain,
Yes. Oh.
because the life blood of those slain by Black people in America is not just for the liberation of Blacks in America. We will soon see that the sacrifice of life and the suffering that we have endured is for the whole of humanity. So, what price, what sacrifice is required for the liberation of the human being on our planet? That's big. It's big. So, the best way, Sister Audrey, that we can honor our mothers of civilization, our fathers of civilization, the men and women in the liberation struggle is that since their life was given to a cause bigger than theirs, honoring them by name and what their contribution was to the cause is proper, but that only is a moment or an occasion.
Mm-hmm.
But what about what they sacrificed for? How many of us tonight are committed to the struggle that these men and women paid their life for? So we honor them by picking up the mantle. We honor them by picking up the blood-stained banner. We honor them by continuing our march forward until victory is secured for our people. Then we have honored them properly. Otherwise, we're paying
Ooh.
lip service
Oh my goodness.
every year to
Oh
this
my
one or
goodness.
that one on their birthday or whatever, and look at the condition of our people. That's why my brother Fred and sister Dr. This was more, as we are seeing, and I am realizing, Sister Audrey, because the honor of the mothers of civilization, you have brought 3 sons
Mm,
to this.
mm, mm,
Emmett Till,
mm.
Fred Hampton Jr., Ishmael Muhammad. It's not an accident. 3 sons. You brought the children of those mothers and fathers who sacrificed for a cause bigger than themselves to remind us, Brother Fred, we got real work to do in front of us. And the work that has to be done, as we talked about in the men's meeting on Monday, is that we have to make our communities a decent and safe place to live, and the sons and daughters and the children of the slain, the sons and daughters of political prisoners, the sons and daughters of those that have suffered have to come together. And imagine God bless these mothers and fathers to produce children. And in the lifetime, as Mother just shared with us on YouTube, Brother Jamil Al-Amin, and your father, there's a video. And when we look back at the 60s, even though there were differences, those leaders met. And Elijah Muhammad was principal in bringing those leaders together. What am I saying? How can we honor our mothers and fathers? By us doing what we're doing in their name, but we're separate and apart from each other. The time calls for the sons and daughters of Elijah Muhammad, the sons and daughters of Fred Hampton, the sons and daughters of Medgar Evers, all that have suffered. And when we form a united front, as was in the Black Power of the 60s, it's time for the children who have suffered the pain and have lost their parents. But how do we honor them? And how can we galvanize, mobilize, and unite an entire community by the offspring of these great ones coming together.
That's right.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, yes.
Then we're
Yes,
going to
sir.
Yes,
see us honor our mothers and fathers in
yes.
a proper way and call an entire people to honor those that have sacrificed
Oh
their
my goodness.
lives.
Yes, indeed.
Excuse my
Yes,
passion, Sister
indeed.
Audrey.
No,
That's what I'm
Listen, listen.
bring
inspired
that
by.
passion on.
You're
Yes,
I'm
touching my heart.
inspired by the
yes,
fact that
yes,
mom came on the line
Oh
yes,
yeah.
and her
Yeah.
son is
yes,
here.
Oh
yes.
yes.
This
I had to. But
this
let me say this.
platform has brought us
Yes.
together at a
Yes, it has.
critical time in the history of the liberation struggle.
All right.
And it's telling us that if we do not act now, Fred,
Mm, mm,
we can already see and look at the generation that's coming behind us.
mm.
And that generation behind us appears to be like the generation that Prophet Muhammad said. He said, 3 generations from me, you will no longer be of me.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah,
mm,
So if
mm.
we don't do what we're supposed to do,
no doubt.
then our children, Brother Fred,
Mm,
that God has blessed us with,
mm,
they love too, but
mm.
they're not connected to the struggle.
No.
We are that critical bridge
Mm.
of our ancestors and those that fought and died from the 30s to today, that if we don't make that bridge to connect this next generation, I fear that we really won't have a future because the enemy has swallowed us up and there are only a few of us left connected to that critical period of our history of the great leaders that emerged in the 50s and 60s in particular. And Farrakhan, Louis Farrakhan, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, is the last one of that great period. Our beautiful Reverend Jesse Jackson, he's struggling. Minister Farrakhan is 92. Just look, Brother Fred. Just look at our parents. Look at mom. This is a generation now that is going into the sunset. But what are they leaving behind? See?
One,
What are they leaving behind?
can y'all hear me?
They're leaving behind children who have beautiful hearts, who love, but they have not yet stepped up like their husbands that embraced the movement and took the vanguard position so that a people could breathe free. That's the call I feel from tonight. I feel your mom. I feel is it Mammy?
Mamie.
Mamie Teal. I feel Mother Tanetta. I feel our mothers and our fathers that are no longer with us and those that are still yet with us. They're calling their sons and their daughters to step up and embrace the movement fully, and for us to lock arms together, because it's going to take all of us to get us through this critical period.
That's right.
I close, Dr. Iman.
Yes.
You
Can you
said
unmute me?
those that know something about 70 from 1555 to 2025. 70 is a critical number because that history that she shared also is the history of Louis Farrakhan from 1555. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, in breaking down the 70-week prophecy that's mentioned in Daniel, it's critical.
Mm-hmm.
He said 60 years grace was given, not to exceed 70.
That's right.
And in the 69th year of that prophecy of Daniel, it's called 7 sevens. It's they don't know how to explain it, but from the 69th into the 70th year, there's a 7 weeks, which are 7 years of tribulation. And desolations are determined to the end of a great war. Look, there's so much on the horizon, and there's so much that's about to play out in 2026 from where we have reached now in 2025.
Right.
Bottom line is, our people are suffering.
Yes, sir.
Our people need leadership. It's not that it's not present,
Mm-hmm.
but God wants us to unite. And when we unite in the names of our fallen comrades, our fallen soldiers, fallen leaders, then we have honored them. But as Sister Dr. Iman said, now we're channeling
Mm.
Come on.
a powerful energy that you know, Fred, and I know that as whatever we do, we damn sure can't even reach the heel
Mm-hmm.
of what our fathers did and our mothers. We've done good, but man, we can't equal what they have done. But in our coming together, we channel
Mm-hmm.
the energy and the spirit of Fred Hampton, of Elijah Muhammad.
On.
And they, as the scripture says, Dr. Iman,
Mm-hmm.
in that time and in those days, you will see the prophets.
On.
See, because they're going to be vessels and instruments that are going to channel the spirit
Yes.
of these men, because the work is not yet completed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's time for us. I
Mm-hmm.
thank you, Sister Audrey. And you know, you had invited me before,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but when Dr. Iman, as she said, she reached out to me. And I don't think it was 5 or 10 minutes, because sometimes she sends me texts and I miss them. And it'd be a few days before we have another communication.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at the timestamp,
Mm.
she sent it to me. I said, yes, it
Praise be
would
to Him.
be an honor.
Mm.
That's the spirit of God. I didn't know what to expect.
Mm.
Honest to God. I,
Right.
I saw her text. I knew it was honor, faith. Okay. I knew my
Mhm.
brother Fred was going to be honest. I said, okay, I'll go. No, I feel safe. I can go on it. No, no.
Praise.
But what I'm only saying, God is arranging this
That's right.
because
And
I responded
mm-hmm.
instantly. There
Mm.
was
It
no
just came together.
hesitation. There was no pause. I didn't think about, oh, I owe it to Sister Audrey. None of that. The
Mm-hmm.
Spirit moved me to respond and say, yes, it would be an honor. And I think she was surprised. That
I was
weren't you surprised? You were surprised I had responded so quickly and affirmative. And I'm sure she was wondering. Now, I know he said yes. And I know he spoke today, and I heard he was at the mosque a long time and didn't leave till like 3 in the afternoon. So I don't know if he's really gonna come on. Oh,
Praise,
all I can say is this is the Lord's doing.
Yes.
Allah, God, arranged this tonight.
Yes,
And
sir.
I want to say to all who are on this platform, all that are watching, we're lifting up mothers and fathers that have been out in front. But every mother and father of each of us have all been a part of the struggle. And that's why each of you will find in your family somebody that was connected to the movement.
That's right.
That's right.
All
That's
of us are children
right.
of the struggle. But now we got to step up
Yes, sir.
and
Yes,
be
sir.
the courageous soldiers, the courageous fighters, because our people are suffering. And
Yes,
we
sir.
got to be willing to sacrifice our
That's
life
right.
as our mothers and fathers sacrifice their life for a cause bigger than themselves. That's how we honor our mother.
Yes,
That's
sir.
how we honor our father. It's by committing to the struggle and the cause that was bigger than their life. Then we have honored them properly. And their
Excellent.
names will live for eternity. But they will
Excellent.
be, as the Quran puts them all, a we, a powerful we, because God was always involved. God has orchestrated and directed all of this. So we give to him the praise and
That's right.
honor and the glory.
Praise
Thank
be
you for having me tonight. Thank you so much. And mom, you look
Yes.
beautiful. And anything that your son over here can do, you don't have to hesitate. Just let your other son know. Because this
Oh,
son,
you know
you
I
didn't know
will.
she had another son, did you, Fred?
Look,
See,
look.
you just think you
He know.
spoiled. You
He
just a little
know.
spoiled
He
boy.
know.
Oh, no, man.
He
I know
know.
my brother.
He
I
know.
know my brother. Yes, sir.
He know.
And you're a little younger than me, so
Yes,
you my little brother. You
yes,
know what
sir,
I'm
brother.
saying?
I know my
There,
brother. Yes, sir, me
there you
brother.
go.
Yes,
For
indeed.
real.
Yes, indeed. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right on.
Yes.
Sister Deborah, Sister Kerr wanted to say a closing comment. Go ahead, sister.
Yes.
Yes. Real quick. I want to see
Mhm.
each one of y'all December 4th at 12 noon, 2337 West. Listen to the name of the street, Chairman Fred Hampton Way,
All
which we
right.
work long and hard, and come up and give me a hug. And then I will have to call you back and say, where was you at? I was missing you, looking for you to come out on
Oh,
December
boy. Well,
4th.
now you
And
put
oh
me
yeah,
on the
yeah, yeah,
spot.
I'm talking to you, son. Okay, now I don't want no stuff. And
Dr.
also,
Iman, you make sure I don't forget, okay?
So,
Make sure you send that to me.
oh, I'm gonna make sure you don't forget too. I ain't playing, and
I don't want to get in
I just
trouble with my
appreciate.
mom.
Yes, sir.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
I can't walk and whoop nobody, but I got a cane. I
Yes, sir.
love you. I love this
Love you
program,
too.
and I'm
Yes.
gonna spread the word about it. And I'm gonna look for each one of y'all. Just come up and say, "Don't be acting like you don't know me." Uh, you know what I'm saying?
I
Come on
love
now.
you.
I want to
Thank
Yes.
you.
see everybody and all the listeners. I want
Mhm.
you all to come out every year. We have IRD International Revolutionary Day, December 4th and August 30th, which is the Chairman Fred Streets Party, STREETZ. But we always gather at the site, 2337 West, now Chairman Fred Hampton Way.
Yes.
come on.
Can I say
Yes.
Praise
happy
be
birthday?
to Allah.
Can I say happy upcoming birthday to Mother Comrade Accord, November 28th.
Thank
And,
you.
and also
Thank you.
happy belated birthday to Mama Pam Africa yesterday. And also
Yes.
acknowledge
Yes,
Asada Shakur. Acknowledge Asada Shakur. We also just lost recently also.
Yes.
that's
And we
right.
will we need to see y'all December the 4th. Again, December the 4th, 12 o'clock, high noon on Chairman Fred Hampton, my wrong Western.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I want to let Sister Dr. Iman close us out because, like I said,
Yes.
it was her idea
Beautiful
to
idea.
bring us all together,
Respect.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
and we
you.
know that
Thank you.
God was behind it because, like I said, when I texted her, I said, "Do you think Minister Ishmael?" She said, "I can check," and then she came right back and
Yes.
said, "He said yes." I was like,
Yes.
"What?"
Yes.
So, Dr.
Yes,
Iman, yes,
indeed.
ma'am.
I
Thank
don't know.
you.
I don't know how Minister Ishmael knew, but I sure was looking at the clock thinking, I hope he don't say he can't make it. Oh man, I was blessed on pins and needles. Oh gosh. But anyway, no, I think Minister Ishmael, he summed it up. There's nothing I can say to come behind that because he captured it.
Mm,
What we
Yes.
need to do, what it was all about, and you could
Yeah.
feel the spirit is lifted. There's a
Yes.
mhm,
Yes.
song that's
Yes.
been,
Yes.
you know, put
Yes.
forth, and it's gonna do. I don't even have the words. I do not have the words. So I
Yeah.
Thank you,
thank you all.
doctor.
I thank
Yes.
Allah
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank y'all.
Thank
Thank you
Thank
you.
for
you.
this.
Thank
Thank
you.
Sister
you.
Audrey
Thank
for
you.
allowing us to come on.
Yes. Yes.
So
Thank
Yes,
honored.
you,
indeed.
praises be
Audrey.
to Allah.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
I want to say, as we prepare to close, we did put the tech team did put some of the links in the chat. Fred Hampton, the interview with his father, some of those
Good.
others are in the chat. And if you enjoy what you heard and were uplifted with what you heard from Student Minister Ishmael, he speaks at Mas Miriam. If you're not in Chicago, noi.org, we'll put that link in the chat also, that you can watch live via satellite wherever you are. The uplifting messages and the life-giving teaching of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Noi.org, it's just put in the chat. And I want to close with a couple announcements, and then if we could do if Minister Ishmael would do the honor of prayer. I just want to pull up as we close a couple of announcements. One of the mothers that we're going to be honoring next weekend, the 90th anniversary of Mother Khadijah Farrakhan. And it's interesting, praises be to Allah, that if you want to help support the Children's Village, which is in happens every year, Savior's Day, she always wants something for the children. You'll be able to go to IamMotherKhadijah.com and donate, place an ad for this event to be successful, and you can watch it live stream next week. So just wanted to share that,
Right on.
as well as we have a couple other announcements. Like I said, NOI.org. Of course, Dr. Iman has upcoming Reiki sessions, trainings. It's wonderful. It's been a blessing for me learning how to utilize these tools, just as we were introduced to Diagnetics and introduced to tools to help us heal so that we can better do the work out there, because we have all dealt with a lot. And so if you want to, she'll have information, follow her on Instagram. She'll have information about that. You'll see posted. As well, if you want to honor a mother on Mothers of Civilization on the website, you can honor a mother as well as have it placed in our volume 2 of Mothers of Civilization Day. And our website, if we could pull up the website for Mothers of Civilization, honoring Black and brown, as you see the collage of pictures of women from around the world, whether it's Native Americans, whether it's our brothers and sisters in Brazil, that you'll be able to honor a woman and continue. This is going to be the largest, it's growing into the largest site to honor our women. That our children are on devices anyway, and they can look up and
Yes.
see their mother and a
Yes.
bio of their mother, their sister,
Yes.
their aunt on
Yes.
this website. Because if we don't honor our Black women, who is going to do that? So when we look
Say
at
that.
here,
Yes.
you
Yes.
have
Yes.
my mother is there, Queen Afua, Dr. Ava Muhammad. So, and you can sponsor someone, and your name is so the Dr. Ava's daughter sponsored her. May Allah be pleased with her. So different people have sponsored people over the years, and it's growing and growing. Um, so wanted to bring that up, that you're able to do that. Tomorrow is the official November 24th Mothers of Civilization Day. And it's the November 24th because that is the day where they found the oldest bones in
Mm.
Africa, in
Mm.
Ethiopia. So again, as
Mm-hmm.
people research, why is it this particular day? They'll find that that is the reason. But it's interesting that in November, there's so many beautiful mothers' birthdays in November. Mother Clara Muhammad, our sister here, our sister Kira, her birthday.
Till
Mamie Teal's birthday is
that.
today. Today, Dr. Ava's birthday, November, I think it's 6th or the 9th is her birthday. So there's so many, and of course, Mother Khadija. So I want to also announce a couple other sponsors that have supported us over the years. We have a free self-care session. If you, as sisters, this is for sisters only, tomorrow, it's only going to be 30 minutes. Of course, it could be longer if you're enjoying it, but there's going to be a live demonstration. How many of us have been stressed out, dealt with things that, so there's going to be a live demonstration on breathing and meditation and relaxation that I'm learning to appreciate more, because I'm always going, but sometimes the mind needs rest.
That's
Just
right.
Yes.
as sleep is for the
Yes.
body, the
Yes.
mind needs rest from the thoughts, and we're running, our thoughts are racing. And
Yes.
this session is designed to help us, because we're going to have to deal with a lot of things. We're going to have to be in our homes and not have any other way to relax and kind of deal with the stress. So we hope sisters will sign up for this. It's free. It's just going to be from 8:30 p.m. Eastern time until just for 30 minutes. So please sign up for that. I want to also highlight a couple other things before we close in prayer. Some of our sponsors for over the years have always supported Virtue Magazine, which is always uplifted businesses. We have our student minister from his bean pies. We have, of course, the bean pies from Chicago, but his bean pies are little personal bean pies. He and his
Mm.
wife have baked those and been wonderful supporters. She just came out with a cookbook, and I
Mm.
want to, it's called there it is, the cookery guide. And those of you who you can scan that, and those of you who got tickets, VIP tickets, you'll get this beautiful souvenir booklet of Dr. For Mother Tynetta Muhammad. Is our 20th anniversary collection. Mother Tynetta never turned me down for an
Mhm.
interview. She was always giving and passing information. I still wear my three-pleat with my crown. That's my favorite garment that I just wanted to emulate her. And as you see, there's little Minister Ishmael, beautiful, beautiful,
What
beautiful
happened to
picture.
my hair?
Beautiful,
Hey, big
handsome.
brother. Yes, sir, big brother. yes, yes, sir.
And we have, if we could pull back that MWA, um, a new magazine that's coming out, because as the minister told me, he said, Virtue Magazine is a powerful tool to uplift women. And I'm always, as Minister Ishmael mentioned earlier, I uplift men also. And when this idea came to have about there's so many men and women, especially men, doing wonderful things in
Mm-hmm.
our community, and what is a way that we could help highlight them. And MWA was born, Men and Women We Admire, a league of our own. So this is another tool for us to highlight positive things our brothers and sisters are doing
Mm-hmm.
around the country. And we have so many. We've Supreme Athletics, Sister Sazda, who just recently came out with a book, and the testimony that brother student minister Abdul Malik Saeed Muhammad gave is helping to save lives. I've had people, he's shared how people have reached out to his wife that their husband finally went to the doctor and found out different things and saved their lives. So many our lives are being saved just from his testimony. So we want to make sure you sign up to get your free copy. It's a free copy, a digital magazine that you can just pass around, just like we pass around posts and videos of people doing this, that, and other. Why not pass around an inspirational publication that with life-giving teachings in it? So we just wanted to share that. I think, and tomorrow there's a special going on for 24% off of Virtues magazines on our website. So I want to thank you all once again for joining us. As I look through the crowd, there's so many that have joined this evening. I know Brother Ajamu was on earlier, and Sister Tara, one of our former cover models. Sister Charlotte has always supported. Sister Faith, I just got a chance to work out with her this morning. I just want to thank each and every one of you for joining on. Sister Ebony out of Cleveland, student minister Iman and his wife. I just want to thank you. Sister Laverne has always been supporting. Sister Anthonetta out of Charlotte. This is my Oprah moment. You know, you
I
walking
got
through
yes,
Sister
yes.
Akili Taylor. She's the one that sang that beautiful song at the beginning. We are the
Oh,
mothers of
yes,
civilization.
indeed.
We are the
Yes,
ones who lay the foundation.
yes.
So I want to thank you all for joining, and I want to turn it over to Student Minister Ishmael to close us out in prayer.
Thank you. O Allah, guide us among those whom you have guided aright. Preserve us among those whom you have preserved. Befriend us among those whom you have befriended. Bless us in whatsoever you grant. Deliver us from the evil of which thou hast judged. You judge, and none can judge against you. Blessed art thou, O Lord, and highly exalted are you above that which is set up besides you, and whom thou befriends is not disgraced. O Allah, we thank you for your many blessings. We thank you for the mothers of civilization. We thank you for all of the men and the women that have sacrificed their lives in the establishment of freedom, justice, and equality. You hate ingratitude. Make us, O Allah, to be humble and to be grateful for the sacred life that you have given, that we may honor those lives that have paid a tremendous price, that we would be here today, and those that have sacrificed their life so that we as a people could go free. Thank you for this evening. Bless Sister Audrey, bless Sister Dr. Imani and their efforts to honor our men and our women. Bless Chairman Fred Hampton Jr., Sister Deborah, Mother. Bless all. We thank you for this gathering as we say together, Ameen.
Amen.
Ameen.
Amen.
Ameen.
Amen.
God
Beautiful.
bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thank you
you.
all. Thank you all. Love and respect. Thank you all.
Love
Yes,
Love.
you.
sir. Thank you,
Getting together,
Brother Fred.
Chairman.
Yes, sir, big brother.
That's
See
it.
you
That's
soon.
it.
Yes,
That's
sir.
it. All
All
these
right,
years,
son.
man.
I see
Yes,
you December
yes,
We
4th.
sir.
got work to
And
do.
all
We
of
got
Got work
y'all.
to
work to
do.
do.
Let's continue to make
Yes,
history, take
indeed.
history, and take history. Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, my sisters.
Beautiful.
Love and respect. Thank you all again.
Thank
Yes,
This has
you.
been
sir.
phenomenal.
Thank you. Praises
Historic.
be to Allah.
Yes,
All
Yes,
praise to
sir.
yes.
Allah. Historical.
Beautiful.
And
Yeah.
people will be able to see this on YouTube. This was
Beautiful.
this was too powerful. We'll be
Yes,
able
indeed.
to,
Thank
Yes.
yes,
you. Thank
Yes,
you,
be able
indeed.
Dr.
to share
Iman.
this.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you
Iman.
for
Thank
the
you, Dr.
healing,
Mon. Yes, yes,
doctor.
indeed.
Thank you for the healing, doctor.
Yes,
Yes.
indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
You did your chakra healing. You did your Reiki. You did it all. You
Oh,
did
did it
your
all.
Look, y'all
pound
gonna be
bowl
up
That's
here an
right.
therapy.
hour.
You
I
did
gotta
it
go.
all.
Yes. Yes.
May God continue to bless you all. Thank you.
Yes. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
brother.
Thank
Love and
you.
respect. Yes, indeed.
Peace and blessings.